Thanks for joining us here on News 12 Brooklyn. I'm Dave Roush. A white nationalist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia that started Friday night has now taken a violent turn after counter-protesters showed up this morning. News 12 Brooklyn reporter Amy Rodriguez joins us now on set with some of those details. Amy, what can you tell us?
That's right, Dave. We know of at least 1 dead and 19 injured in downtown Charlottesville. The rally getting national attention, even President Trump himself.
And dozens of firefighters responding to reports of a fire in Canarsie earlier today. That fire breaking out around 2 in the afternoon at 1459 East 96th Street. Reports say the fire started on the roof of that building and was contained quickly. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Officials still trying to determine the cause of that fire. Crime news around the state today. Homicide detectives investigating the brutal deaths of 3 women at a home in Hempstead on Long Island. The commanding officer of the Nassau County PD says officers responded to the home just after 2 o'clock this morning to find 4 victims, 3 of whom were dead.
We sadly report that we have 3 female victims, tragic victims of blunt force trauma to their bodies. One victim is age 58, another one is 28, and another individual, we have not determined her age at this point. A 4th victim was able to escape the residence. This individual is now at a local hospital receiving treatment for her wounds at that time. That person is now in stable condition.
And the commanding officer went on to say that the homicides were part of a targeted attack and that police are looking for a person of interest, but that person has not been identified or taken into custody yet. We will bring you more information on this story as it develops. Well, he was a decorated member of New York City's bravest, but his toughest fight came toward the end. Retired firefighter Michael Duffy laid to rest in his hometown of Gerritsen Beach after battling several 9/11 related cancers. News 12 Brooklyn's Katie Vasquez has his story. Welcome back. The American Red Cross is on a mission to educate everyone in Brooklyn about fire safety following 2 fatal fires in our borough earlier this week. News 12 Brooklyn's Naomi Choi Smith has that story now from Bed-Stuy.
Red Cross.
And this brings us to our News 12 question of the day. How often do you change the batteries in your smoke detector? Once a year, twice a year, or do you not think about changing them? You can let us know on our website at news12.com. Time now for a check of your hyperlocal weather on the 2's forecast. We'll take you to the 7-day with the weekend always in view. And if you had a choice of days for the weekend, Sunday is the better day. We will have some showers moving through the area. It's those summer pop-up showers, high of 81 degrees. Sunday, 80 degrees for your high, but more sun than clouds. And as you head back to work for your Monday, that's when you're going to want to have the raincoat or the umbrella because we will have a pattern of storms moving through. But they should mostly clear out by Tuesday afternoon, and then the rest of your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you'll see more sun than clouds and highs seasonably in the lower 80s. And Dan Serafin is here now with sports as we get ready for fall sports season already.
All right, well, already.
Fall?
Yeah.
It's only August.
Only August. You know what's next is September.
Well, I guess he's right.
I know I'm right. I know the calendar, Dave. The last few seasons for LIU Brooklyn women's soccer have not, let's be honest, meaningless first preseason game to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, 2 of the historically great NFL franchises. Giants 1 Super Bowl championship behind Pittsburgh, who's won 5 in their history.
Meaningless to you, but it's all about the psychology game for me. For the folks who don't know, I'm from the Pittsburgh area, so Steelers are my team, and I know I'm going to make a lot of people in Brooklyn angry when I say that, but man, that was fun to watch them win that first game.
That was a preseason game, Dave.
Yeah, I know, but we still won.
Okay.
We still won.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm Dave Roush, and you are indeed watching News 12 Brooklyn. More hyperlocal headlines are coming right up after a break. We'll be right back.
Start.
The 4th annual Source 360 Block Party is going on right now in Fort Greene, celebrating hip-hop, art, and culture here in Brooklyn. News 12 Brooklyn's Tori Singer joins us from the festivities with more. Thanks, Mike. A food and music festival going on in Coney Island today. 4 blocks full of dancing and a whole lot more. News 12 Brooklyn reporter Paula Vassan is out there on Surf Avenue with all those details. Paula?
You got the sounds of roller coasters.
Meanwhile, beer lovers and dog lovers were in heaven at an event in Coney Island that was held this afternoon. The Rescue City Animal Shelters in Brooklyn put on a unique charity drive at Coney Island Breweries called Puppies and Pints, where people could drink and hang out with some cute animals. $1 from every beer sold going to support local shelters. Attendees and organizers say the atmosphere of the event was fantastic.
It's all friendly. Everyone's playing with the dogs. Everyone is laughing and drinking and adopting our dogs or coming to foster.
People really do. They turn into like little kids that they're able to play with puppies on the ground. They're drinking beer. It's like being a kid, but you're an adult. You have beer instead of a juice box now playing with puppies.
It looks like so much fun. The event also featured multiple animals that are up for adoption. How cute are they? I'm Dave Roush, and you're watching News 12 Brooklyn. Let's take another look at our question of the day. We want to know, how often do you actually change the batteries in your smoke detectors? We had a story a little earlier in the show about that. Do you change them once a year, twice a year, or you don't? Now, some smoke detectors now that they make can go 10 years, but most people don't have those, and they recommend twice a year. A lot of people actually choose to do it when the time changes in the spring and in the fall. Change those batteries. So let us know. Go over to news12.com and weigh in. How often do you change those batteries in your smoke detector? Is it once a year, twice a year, or you just don't do it? We want to hear from you. You still have time to weigh in. We'll be back in just a few minutes with more hyperlocal headlines. You're watching News 12 Brooklyn.